Welcome, dear friends. So something happened in Abia State, and I would like to share with us. It is important for future references. This young man, according to the reports, he is deceased now. He has given up the ghost. They say the young man lives in a neighborhood, and then he had a little altercation with one of his neighbors around. And that his neighbor did what? Called his security operatives on him. So as they arrived, they saw the young man, and when the young man saw them, immediately the young man saw them and saw that this other guy has called the security operative. The guy took to his heels and ran away. So as he was running, the security operatives chased him. The police, they chased him and shot him at close range. They shot him at close range. So the report says that the bullet they allegedly fired at him penetrated through his stomach and landed on the windscreen of the SUV parked along the road. The boy fell on the ground, and as he was panting for breath, the security operatives approached where he laid helplessly on the floor, and then they looked at him. They spent some minutes on the ground looking at him, and then they drove off, allowing the young man to remain helpless there in a pool of blood. Now, residents around quickly trooped out when they saw that the soldiers and the police had left. They quickly trooped out, and then some boys were courageous enough to take a keke and then take him to the hospital. They said he was then taken to FMC Umuahia, and they tried to arrest the boys that took him to the hospital. You can imagine, security operatives, when they discovered that this boy has been taken to FMC Umuahia, they tried to arrest the boys that rushed this young man to the hospital. Now, a few hours later, information came that the boy has given up the ghost, and that was how he, ended his life. That was how his life was cut short. Now, what I want to tell our people is this: you know the situation of things on ground. You know the mindset of these security operatives against you, and then you have a little challenge with your brother. Instead of you to find ways to settle it amicably, because you are in good terms with those security operatives, you now had to take that liberty to call them to come and fight for you. Now they have killed an innocent young man. They have killed an innocent young man in the process. You see, when we tell these people that these security operatives, normally what they are supposed to do is to come, stop the boy. If the boy is running, they call him back to stop and let him explain himself and say what happened and why they are there to, arrest him. These are little things that he's going to say, and then they will free him. But this one, immediately, they know they have something that they can place on you. Tomorrow, if they are asked now, they will say, we saw him as an IPOB member, and then he tried to run and we shot him. Stories that they can tell is not something they will be looking for. They easily will just cook up any stories. Why would you do such a thing to a fellow brother? Because you have access to Fulani terrorist military. You have access to Fulani terrorist military. Now, these are the Benue youths. They are coming together to fight and protect their land. They are coming together to stand and defend themselves. They have now seen how these Fulani are ruthless in their activities and in their action to level them to the ground. they are now being courageous to stand up and fight. But you, as an Igbo one, you are sending your brother straight to the hands of these oppressors. You are giving your brothers freely to these oppressors to punish, and from punishment, they buy them from there. It is bad that you will be doing something like that. This is another reason why we continue to tell our people to love each other, because we are trying to enlighten our people on the atrocities that these people are committing against us. But our own people will be using the same people who are fighting us to fight their own brothers and sisters. This is painful. This is annoying. Now, this young man has, kicked the bucket and he is no more. What is the joy in masterminding the disappearance of your own brother? What is the joy in masterminding the disappearance of a fellow Biafran? Biafran people all around Biafra territory must understand that they are brothers. And to that effect, they must protect themselves at all times. They mustn't take themselves, cheaply to these terrorists. Remember, that is one of the reasons why we continue to expose the atrocities, the hidden agenda of the Nigerian government. We have told you on countless occasions how the terrorist Fulani headsmen and Boko Haram were released and infused into the military. And most of them that were infused into the military were sent back to Biafra land to continue to cause chaos. And then you are calling these people, these terrorists, to come and settle case for you. How do you think that it will be reasonable enough to settle the case amicably? Once they have an opportunity to shoot, they will shoot and leave. And you are going to bear the brunt of everything that's happened, because the community is going to be annoyed with you for bringing in the military to come and cause the disappearance of your brother. The complete disappearance, no coming back home. It is painful. It is annoying. It is unacceptable. It should stop. It should stop. Biafrans should start seeing themselves as brothers. If there's any challenge, take it to the community. Let the youth, let the community, let the elders, let people around solve the problem. Don't carry your problem, a problem of brothers, to your enemy. They are going to cause you more harm than good. I don't know when we want to realize that truth. Remember when they were attacking Fada Mbaka? It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that said, no attack should go to Fada Mbaka. Because of what? Because he is a Biafran. When we get Biafra, we will call him close to us and then tell him where he has gone wrong, and then have a proper discussion with him, and he will stop anything that he's doing that is wrong. But for you to attack a prominent speaker, a prominent person, a prominent Biafran, it is wrong. It is wrong. You don't join your enemies in castigating and destroying your own person. Bring the person in-house and caution him or her. This is what we are advocating for. Biafrans should stop this attitude of trying to cause security men on their fellow Biafrans. In this volatile time, in this time where you know that they want to reduce you, they want to buy you, they want to clear you and take over your land, and you are giving them opportunity on a platter to come and have a reason to buy your fellow brothers, it doesn't make sense. That young man ran away because of fear. He has seen men with guns and all, and he thinks, these people are going to take me and they will not see me again. He took to his heels. And then, because of that, they fired him. They fired him. Our people should be compassionate and learn to not hand over their brothers to the enemies. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra First.